Well, good morning. Today is Saturday, October 2nd, Vlogmas Day 2. It's an important day for me because it's the second day of Vlogmas. No, Vlogtober, not Vlogmas. Don't rush the season, Sandy, although all the Christmas decorations are already out. It's Vlogtober. I get those two mixed up. But not only is it the second day of Vlogtober, but it's Saturday, weekend. My worst time usually, so I have to stay dedicated today. But today is Mandy Bloom's birthday, so Mandy, you get a song. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Mandy, happy birthday to you, cha-cha-cha. It's also Sandy O's birthday, so Sandy, oh, it's your birthday. Got an itch. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sandy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope both of you have a great birthday today. I just got back from my walk. I chose poorly with a long sleeve shirt and jeans. It's quite warm out here. It's like, well, I don't know, why do they call it Indian summer? I don't know why, but so are we supposed to call it Native American summer now to be politically correct? Anyway, it's a beautiful day. It's just gorgeous. I was just looking at how pretty the trees are. Here, let me show you how pretty the trees are. We have lots of trees in my vicinity here. There you go. Lots and lots. And then these tall trees right there. That's like a little wooded area in the back that's got a trail that I've never walked on. I've lived here for 15 years? 15 years I've lived here, and I've never walked on that trail. One day, I will. They haven't started turning yet. The Christmas trees obviously aren't, but the trees around me will start turning pretty soon, and then it'll be beauteous back here. This tree always stays green. This tree Jim wants to cut down, but that's where my doves live. So I'm not going to cut down a tree with my doves in there. Sometimes you can hear them in the background cooing. But anyway, I did see a couple dog walkers. I talked to a couple neighbors. You know, my little 30-minute walk turns into like 45 or 50 by the time I get done talking to everybody. But I just want to get, I only walked 1.5 miles today. So it took me a little bit longer. 1.5 miles usually takes me about close to 30 minutes. If I walk 2 miles, it's about 50 minutes. So obviously I hustle that first mile, and then the second mile I just kind of drag. But you know what? I usually get my 2 miles in. But today I just did 1.5 miles because I was just chit-chatting with the pilot. Too many from airplane. With too many visits with people. But you know what? I'd rather, it makes it more of an enjoyable walk and not an exercise. I know it's an exercise, but I consider it a walk when just a walk, just a pleasurable thing to do. And tomorrow it's supposed to rain, so I don't know that I'm going to get a walk in. It's supposed to rain all day. I can walk around in the house. I know a lot of you have suggested getting a treadmill or something. I just don't, I know, to me that's exercise. Walking on a treadmill, walking to the videos on like the Leslie Sansone videos and stuff like that, that seems like exercise to me. And I think that the reason I can fit my walk in every day is I don't think of it as exercise. And it is exercise, let's face it. I am getting 30 minutes in. It's good for my heart. Walking, they say, is the best exercise. I had both my knees replaced, one in 2007 and one in 2008, so they told me I shouldn't run. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. But I always wanted to be a runner. In high school I was going to run, but then I couldn't take gym because of my convulsions, and so therefore I couldn't get on the track team. But my best friend was on the track team. And another friend of mine was on the track team. She was just like a friend in high school. Not a, I don't know, I guess you would call it an acquaintance. I mean, we went to a couple dances together, you know, like we were at the same dance and we hung out. And then we would go to each other's house a couple times. But I mean, we weren't like what we would call like best friends or anything like that. But Sheila Young, and she won an Olympic gold in speed skating. But we kind of drifted apart probably senior year because she was always running the track. She was always doing something, and she was building her way to her silver or her gold medal. Little did I know at the time, I'm thinking, why do you keep running? What good is that going to do you in life? She got a gold medal in the Olympics. I guess it did do something. But she had a purpose in her life. So, not that I don't have a purpose in my life, but she knew very early on that she was going to go to the Olympics. Even when she said that, we all like, yeah, okay, Sheila, you're going to go to the Olympics. We'll see you on TV. And we did. I think she won we graduated in '68, and I think she won in the '76 Olympics. I'm not really sure. But anyway, gold medal. So, because walking, and not running. I really do enjoy my time getting out, especially in the winter. I like walking in the cooler weather. I like walking in the warm weather. I just don't like walking in the hot weather. The hot weather, you've lost me. You've just completely lost me at that point. And then Jimmy's moving into his apartment today and tomorrow. He's supposed to bring some more stuff over here to put in the basement today sometime. He's moving into a very small apartment because he's hoping that he's not going to be there forever. And he's lucky he didn't have to sign a lease. It's just a month to month, which sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. Like at least a month to month, and they can kick you out at any time. But and it's close to his property, so when he gets off of work, it's like right now where he lives and where his property's being built is probably about maybe a half-hour drive from where he lives now to his property. But where the apartment is, he's 5 minutes away. So, like when you're getting off work and you want to just do a little bit of work on the house, it's a little bit less foreboding to think, oh, when I get done, I got to drive 30 minutes to get home. But then 5 minutes isn't so bad. So he's going to start that. And then Tuesday, I have to bring Alyssa to get her second shot for the COVID vaccine. And I didn't plan that really well because it takes about a half an hour to get to her doctor's, and her appointment's at 9:15. So and they took us right in last time. So I'm thinking if we get in by 9:20, she gets her shot by 9:25, and you have to wait the 20 minutes to make sure you don't have a reaction. We could be leaving there around 9:50. It'll take a half an hour to get her back to school. Well, about 35 minutes to drop her off at school, which will put me at 10:25, and then I have an 11:15 appointment for dental cleaning, which is from the school then another 30 minutes back. So I'm going to be cutting it close. And the sad part is that I'm going to be driving past my dentist to bring her back to school, and I can't. So if I get done at let's say I do get done at 9:45, I would be at my dentist office by 10 o'clock, and I'd be sitting in the office for an hour and 15 minutes. So, and hopefully I won't get any tickets. I will remember the speed zone, the speed trap, when I'm picking her up and driving by there. I bet you I'll still see that same police officer. New Baltimore is a really small little town, so you can always spot the same police officers, and they always seem to sit in the same spot, now that I've figured that out. And then today I'm going to have a bowl of Rice Krispies for breakfast with an orange juice and some milk and a cup of tea and a banana, which is going to be 13 points. That's going to put me high. But my plan is then, for my lunch, I'm just going to have a vegetable platter with my dip, which is 3 points, so that'll put me at 16. And then for dinner, I'm going to have my turkey chili, which is 2 points. That'll put me at 18. And then some ham or turkey, either one. That'll put me at 19. And then, how did I figure that? Oh, I was going to have 3 naan breads at my other one, so that'll put me at 22. And then a sugar-free pudding for desserts, 24. So I'm 1 point over. So I'm going to use one of my weeklies. And then when I get done babbling with you right now, I'm going to go in and have a big, tall 34-ounce glass of water and a Granny Smith apple. So that's my food plan. I'll show you my food just to show you that I did stay on track. Oh, look at the clouds are turning. It's supposed to start raining tonight and then all through tomorrow. But I wanted to get my walk in today. But what I'm going to try to, no, take those words back. What I'm going to do is focus on my goals for the weekend. My goals for the weekend is to try to get some sort of exercise in, which I just did. Find a quote, because I'm following Susie Buey and Jen over at Embracing Chaos to come up with a quote each day. This is an easy one for me this week. This week's a piece of cake, because you know I always start off my videos with a quote, so I've already done that. And then Kim over at Girl on Her Phone is just follow the plan. That's what I'm doing. I'm following. Oh, that's also Dish with D. I'm following the plan. Joan at Joan's Pointed Plate told me if I get tempted to call her and she'll talk me down. I have her number in my memory now, because I was really tempted yesterday to go get something, but then I remembered it's Friday. That's what was my saving grace, was because it was Friday, and I eat very lightly on Friday. Oh, I didn't tell you, when I was on my walk I saw Denise and Kylie. Denise is my sister and Kylie is her daughter, but they didn't want me to film them because they weren't presentable, as they say. And then just remembering what I want to do. I just see, did you see there's my dove, see it right there? Right there. Oh, she's camera shy. But just focusing on my goals and realizing that starting is just as important as finishing. I mean, I came so close to finishing. I got really close to my 100 pounds. I really did get really, really close. But then I didn't finish. And so now I got to start again. But you know what? I think as many times as you start over, I think it's every time you start over, you're succeeding, because you're trying, you're starting again. But every time you quit, you're failing. So don't ever think that just because, oh, I got to start again, I'm such a failure. No, you're not. I always believe, I'm a very successful weight loss person. Have I gained weight back? Oh, yeah, I've gained back over 22 pounds. Yeah, so then you're saying, how can you still consider yourself a success? I consider myself a success because I haven't quit. I really haven't quit. And thinking about it, that weight, the 22 pounds, in a way did kind of creep up on me. It did kind of sneak up, and I wasn't really aware of it, because I kept thinking, you know, tomorrow. And, you know, I kept trying, but not trying like with 100%. And so I just want you to remember that it sneaks up really fast. It was really, it just seems like I was almost at my goal, and no, now I'm far away again, but I'm going to get there. So, well, the reason I came in the backyard was because everybody was in the front yard cutting their grass. But now, as you can hear, they've all moved to the backyard because they want to get their grass cut before the rain comes. So, all right, stick with me today and watch me stay on track on a Saturday. I just fed my birds. Can you tell? All right, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, for breakfast, it's going to be a high point breakfast, but I'm going to have enough points for the rest of the day. I'm going to have a bowl of Rice Krispies with a banana, a cup of tea, some orange juice, and a grapefruit. Today is Saturday, October 2nd. A quote is, concentrate on your goal. Breakfast is 13 points, 0 for my banana and my grapefruit and my tea, 5 points for a cup and a half of Rice Krispies, 5 points for a cup of 2% milk, and 3 points for 8 ounces of light orange juice. It's 13 points. So I still have 10 points left for my lunch and dinner. Well, Danny, David, because David was just here, but I didn't get him on video. Danny did his choice on the frames, and he picked number 1.
Number 1.
And number 6 was his least favorite.
Yeah, 6 was not good.
No. But he's watching the football game with his dad. Are you staying for dinner?
No, actually, I got to get going so I can go for my walk before it rains.
Yes, Danny walked over 4 miles yesterday.
It's a start. We're getting somewhere.
You can't do that every day, though.
No. I'm feeling it today.
And the dog, Evan, wouldn't like that either.
No, he can barely make it a mile.
Mm-hmm. Okay, for dinner, I'm just going to have a veggie platter with some ham and cheese and some of my Nannan bread. And I mixed some Simply Light lemonade with some iced tea. So it is a 11-point dinner, 0 for my fruit, veggies, and egg, 3 points for 2 tablespoons of my dip, 2 points for my should have been 3 points. See, that's why I like doing this again. So I got to take 2 off of there. 3 points for my 3 Nannan breads, 1 point for my 2 ounces of ham, 4 points for my ounce of cheese, and 1 for the lemonade. So This was a 25-point day. So I have 39 weeklies left. 39. And then here's my jar. This is how much total weight I've lost, 72 pounds. And this is how much I need to lose. I had to add 2 little berries in there because I had a 2-pound gain this week. No, I had added 3. I'm take that back. I added 3 because I had a 2-point-something gain. So this is my dinner. And Jim is outside because Jim is having something completely different than me. We'll see what Jim's going to have. Saturdays, we just cook our own meals on Saturdays. So let everybody, let me open the door so they get a good picture of you. What are you having for dinner? It's not going to be as good as mine.
Venison cheeseburgers.
Venison cheeseburgers. What are you going to have with it?
I was going to make fried potatoes, but I'm too lazy. Maybe I'll just have some Cheez-Its.
There you go. Well, I'm going to end my video now. I'm not sure if you can hear it in the background, but listen. It's the sound of kids playing. Oh, I just love it. When we moved into the neighborhood, all the kids were really little. They were like 4 or 5 years old. Like I said, there was 2 next door, 3 that door, 2 that door, 3 the next door, 2 across the street. I had David living with me. My grandkids always came over. We had kids in and out all the time making noises. And I just love that sound. But then they got older and older and graduated. They're off to college. And so now the neighborhood's starting to turn again. And we have new people moving in with little kids. And I love the sound of it. So like kitty corner across from me, I asked her, I says, oh, you're having a birthday party today? Because they had one of those blow-up houses. And she said, yes. And so then her mother said, no, it's not a birthday party. It's just a fall get-together for all the little kids on the block. Because it's changing, listen to me, it's changing now again. And so my neighborhood is getting younger. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I know when we moved in, my next door neighbor, I always had the kids coming over, help me water my flowers and things like that. And he would always call them back. And so I asked him, I went over there one time and I said, is there a reason you don't want my kids to come over here? He said, well, your kids to come over? And he says, well, that's the last thing you need is little ones bothering you, because I was old enough to be his mother. So he was thinking of me as a grandma, which at the time I was a grandma. But anyway, and he says, I just don't want them bothering you. And I said, you know what? I wouldn't have moved into this neighborhood knowing full well that there was kids if the kids bothered me. I says, I love kids and I want to have them around me. So he says, well, okay, as long as you say they don't bother you. I said, they do not bother me because I love having kids around. And I'm kind of jealous of Kim over the girl on her phone because she's got a new baby. I have to wait for great-grandkids. My kids have all told me they're done. They're done like a dinner, they said. So, and David's 20, but he's not going out with anybody, and it's too soon for him to start a family. Although, you know what? I was 21 when I got pregnant with Jimmy. But I think things are different nowadays. But I'm going to end the video now because we're going to be going over to Jimmy's property to see his progress on his house. He is filming. I have no idea if he's actually going to start a channel or if I'm going to share the videos on my channel. But he is filming it as it's going along. So I will share with you. And I know she said all she did was cut and paste, but I have a collab coming out next Saturday, and I was having so much difficulty trying to do the links. People sent me their links, but I couldn't. I was having a hard time copying and pasting them and moving them over and blah, 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 all of that. And so Joan FaceTimed with me, and she did my links for me. So Joan, thank you so much. I so appreciate it. I know she said all she did was copy and paste, but you know what? It's more than I could have done. So, but anyway. So I'm looking forward to that collab next Saturday. It's at 9 o'clock, and it's a fallback with smart choices. And Vlogtober, right? Vlogtober, day 2 in the books, because I've done very well. I know that was a really humongous dinner, but I only ate 2 meals today, and I was only 2 points over, and I really wasn't over it because I'm using my weeklies a little bit each day rather than thinking I'm going to save them all to go to a restaurant and go crazy, and then that throws me off track and then I go crazy eating. I'm just going to use a few of my points every day and see if it makes a difference, which I know it probably will. And I guess that's it. Let's all row in the right direction. Let's get them rowing. Okay, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Oh, I know I heard you. Calm down. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Talk to you tomorrow.